Squid Game took the world by storm with its brutal depiction of the lengths people are willing to go for money. But if you thought Season 1 and 2 were intense, Season 3 is going to blow your mind. After the shocking twists of the first 2 seasons, things are about to get personal, deep, and devastating. We know Ghee-hoon, player 456, survived and left the island, vowing to take down the Squid Game. But now, in Season 3, the question becomes, can he actually destroy it? Or is he just another pawn in a much larger game that even he doesn't fully understand? Let's break down the major twists, characters, and games in this upcoming season that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats. Trust me, you won't see some of these coming. The emotional weight of Ghee-hoon's journey cannot be understated. When we first met him, Ghee-hoon was a down-on-his-luck man, desperate for money to help his sick mother and secure a better life for himself. But after surviving the deadly Squid Game and emerging victorious in Season 1, Ghee-hoon found himself haunted by the lives lost. In Season 2, he took on a role of the reluctant hero, trying to disrupt the game and expose its horrors to the world. But in Season 3, Ghee-hoon's journey is more personal. It's no longer about just taking down the Squid Game. It's about destroying the system from within. He's learned more about the origins of the game and its far-reaching influence. And now, he's ready to take it all down. But here's the catch. He's up against his own brother, Hwang In-ho, who became the frontman, the shadowy figure that controls the game. In Season 3, Ghee-hoon is going to have to confront the fact that his brother is the mastermind behind the very system he's been trying to destroy. Their relationship will be one of the key emotional driving forces of this season. Ghee-hoon will have to face the betrayal of someone he trusted, someone who was once family. The revelation of Hwang In-ho being the frontman is more than just a twist. It's a deep, painful betrayal that will shake Ghee-hoon's very foundation. This is personal. This is not just a battle to survive. It's a battle to save his soul and put an end to a system that has consumed everything he's ever known. For fans who were intrigued by the mystery of the frontman in Season 1, Season 3 will finally provide answers. Hwang In-ho's journey to becoming the frontman was not just a rise to power, it was a fall from grace. He was once a contestant in the games, and, after winning, was drawn into the world of the game's creators. Over time, he became the very person who controlled the brutal competition, orchestrating the deaths of countless people. In this season, Ghee-hoon will face off against his brother, and the confrontation will not only be physical but emotional. Ghee-hoon will have to confront the brother he once knew and the person who has now become the symbol of everything he's fighting against. One of the most heartbreaking arcs in Season 2 was Kim Jun-hee's story. A pregnant woman fighting to give her unborn child a better life. She quickly became a fan favorite. But in Season 3, her journey takes a devastating turn. While Season 2 showed us her desperation, Season 3 will push her past her breaking point. Kim Jun-hee enters the game in Season 2 with nothing to lose. But Season 3 will show how hope can both save and destroy you. Her pregnancy is no longer just a source of strength. It becomes her greatest vulnerability. The emotional and physical toll of the games will push her to make life-altering decisions. She'll have to choose between the survival of her child and her own moral compass. But with the stakes so high, will she make the ultimate sacrifice? Many fans believe that Kim Jun-hee might not survive Season 3, and her death, if it happens, will be one of the most painful moments of the season. Her storyline is about survival, hope, and the extreme lengths one will go to for the people they love. But in Squid Game, no one is guaranteed a happy ending, and her tragic fate will be a stark reminder of just how fragile hope is in the world of Squid Game. Park Young-sik, player 007, may not have been the loudest character in Season 2, but he was one of the most dangerous. A quiet, calculating player, Park never showed his full hand, and this season, we're going to see just how deep his strategy runs. In Season 3, Park's evolution into a master manipulator will become clear. He's not just playing to survive, he's playing to win, and he has a plan. He's been quietly working his way through the game, gathering information, making alliances, and setting the stage for his ultimate victory. But what makes Park so dangerous is that his survival is about more than just money or escaping the game. He's using the game itself to destroy those who have wronged him in the past. Park's character will be one of the most interesting arcs in Season 3, as we see him go from a quiet player to a serious threat. His tactics will be ruthless, and as alliances shift and betrayals unfold, Park will find himself in a prime position to take control of the game. But can he really outsmart everyone? Or will he, like many others, fall victim to the deadly traps he's set in motion? Squid Game has always been about pushing the players to their limits, both physically and mentally. But Season 3 takes the concept of the games to a whole new level. The brutal physical challenges of past seasons were just the beginning. This time, The games are more dangerous, more psychological, and much more about strategy than raw strength. One of the most brutal new games is called the Monkey Bars of Death. Contestants are forced across a deadly high-altitude obstacle course made up of monkey bars. The catch? If they fall to their death. It's not just about physical strength, it's about trust. Players must rely on others to make it across. But in the cutthroat world of Squid Game, trust is a dangerous thing. Expect alliances to form, only for those alliances to crumble in an instant. Another new addition is the Maze of Despair. Contestants will be forced to navigate through a dark and dangerous maze, with traps and psychological hurdles at every turn. The maze is a true test of endurance, but it's also about staying mentally sharp. The longer players are in a game, the more they start to lose themselves. The game isn't just designed to kill physically, it's designed to break them mentally. And as the players get deeper into the maze, their biggest enemy might be themselves. The Trolley Problem game will be another standout, based on the classic moral dilemma. In this game, players must make an impossible choice. Do they sacrifice one person to save many, or do they risk everyone's life for the sake of one? The psychological toll here is enormous, and the game will force players to confront their own moral boundaries. These are the kinds of games that aren't just about winning, they're about what you're willing to do to survive. As the season progresses, these new games will show the true depths of human nature. Players will have to decide whether they can continue to fight for their lives while betraying those they've grown close to. It will be the ultimate test of their integrity and how far they're willing to go to win. In Squid Game, we become accustomed to shocking, brutal deaths. But Season 3 will feature some of the most gut-wrenching eliminations yet. Some of the characters you've come to love won't make it out alive, and the way they die will haunt you. Kim Jun-hee, Player 222, is a character many fans have been rooting for. Her pregnancy has made her story even more emotional, and the idea of her losing the game and the child she's carrying is something that weighs heavily on viewers. Unfortunately, Season 3 will likely end her tragic journey. Her death, if it happens, will be one of the most painful moments of the season. But what makes her story even more devastating is how close she comes to escaping the game, only to have her hopes dashed at the last moment. Another death that will likely hit hard is Player 100, a character we've grown to trust as they form alliances with Ghee-hoon. This character appears to be on the path to survival, but Squid Game is cruel and no one is ever safe. This character's death will come as a surprise to both Ghee-hoon and the viewers. It will be a reminder that even the most trusted allies in the game are never truly secure. Perhaps one of the most shocking deaths will be Player 005, a relatively minor character who has been under the radar throughout the season. But in the final game, this character will become a key player. Their unexpected death will shake up the final rounds and force the remaining contestants to reevaluate their strategies. In the world of Squid Game, no one's fate is certain. If you thought the Squid Game was run by a few rich elites betting on lives, think again. Season 3 will introduce us to the true mastermind behind the games, someone who has been controlling the events from the shadows all along. The people we've seen as the bosses up until now are just puppets in a much larger game. The shocking twist is that the Squid Game is not just a local competition. It's part of a global network of wealthy, powerful people who use the game to maintain control over society's most vulnerable. These elites have been using the game as a way to eliminate those they deem expendable. And the players? They're just a small part of a much larger operation. This is where the game reaches its most disturbing heights, and Ghee-hoon will soon learn that his fight isn't just about taking down a corrupt game. It's about taking down a global system. This new villain, who remains largely in the shadows at first, will have influence far beyond anything we've seen before. They control not just the Squid Game, but the entire network of similar games across the globe. Ghee-hoon, with the help of other survivors, will have to find a way to dismantle this organization before it grows any further. The final rounds of Squid Game Season 3 will be fierce, with players left scrambling for survival as the rules of the game become more unpredictable and deadly. Ghee-hoon, having been betrayed, is now more determined than ever to win and bring down the system once and for all. But the question is, will he make it to the final round? And will he survive the psychological and physical toll the game has taken on him? As Ghee-hoon faces off against his brother, Hwang In-ho, in an epic final confrontation, the stakes will be higher than they've ever been before. This battle isn't just about the game, it's about family, betrayal, and revenge. The tension between the brothers will break down everything they once stood for, forcing both to face the harsh reality of the world they've been caught in. The final showdown between them will be a war for control, but it will come at a cost. Ultimately, Season 3 will ask the question, Is there a way to win Squid Game and leave the island forever? Or is the price of victory too high to pay? Who will be the last one standing? And what will they have left once the game is over? In the end, the true meaning of survival will be exposed. Winning the game isn't freedom. It's just a different kind of prison. As the dust settles and the final player steps out of the game, viewers will be left to wonder, what happens next? What happens when the game has been exposed, the truth is out, and the people behind it have been revealed? In a world where power, money, and influence control everything, is there any real escape? Or is Squid Game just a small piece of a much larger system designed to trap the most vulnerable? Ghee-hoon's journey might be over, but the world of Squid Game is far from finished. The global network that controls the game is still in power, and the fight to end it will continue in a future that's uncertain, complex, and dangerous. The survivors of the game, those who make it to the end, will have to face a new world, one where they aren't just fighting for their lives, but fighting for freedom. This is the part where we need your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen in Squid Game Season 3? Will Guhune really be able to end the game? Or will he fall victim to the same system he's trying to destroy? Who do you think will survive, and who will get betrayed? Drop your theories and predictions in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And if you love this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more drama contents and future updates. The final season is coming, and it's going to be a wild ride. Don't miss out.